Hi, Maura Marksteiner here, and today we're talking about essential oils and emotions. I'm sure you know what emotions are, but today in this video, we're going to also talk about how emotions affect your body, what essential oils you might use for different emotions, and how exactly to use those oils. So let's just start by noticing and remembering that whenever we're stressed, we tend to hold tension somewhere. Some common places might be your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your hips. So we're usually having some kind of tightness held in the body. If you have ever been really sad, maybe a loved one passed away or a big breakup, you've probably felt that in your body too. I know I've certainly felt it in my heart, and I totally understand why it's called heartbreak, because it does really, really feel like that. And who hasn't had a nervous or upset stomach when you were really nervous about something that you had to do, maybe a presentation at work or whatever? So those are just some really, really basic examples of how emotions actually affect the way your organs are working and the way your muscles are working. And the research is showing and connecting these extreme emotions and prolonged emotions with inflammation and ultimately disease. And it goes both ways. Serotonin is produced mostly in your gut. Now, serotonin is, of course, the happy hormone, but good gut health affects brain fog as well as happiness. Nutrition can affect energy levels and your mood, and hydration can affect digestion, your energy levels, and how relaxed and soft your muscles can actually even get. And of course, we can expect to have occasional ups and downs and bounce back. Our bodies, our minds bounce back really easily. But if we're having day after day after day of emotional intensity, maybe you have a very intense, stressful job, or are in a stressful situation, or you're going through a really, really rough transition, that's when we see an increase in inflammation and the increased risk of more physical implications. So we're not just talking about quality of life, although that would be more than enough to do a video on. We're also talking about like actual physical effects and living your best life physically, mentally, and emotionally. So essential oils are an amazing tool because they're safe, they're effective, they're convenient. You don't have to worry about overdosing. You don't have to worry about your kids getting into them. You don't have to worry about staying on them too long. And the side effects are good. Have you ever heard of a good side effect? So it's really just a matter of finding the essential oils that work best for you, and that's what we're going to try to do in this video. Now, one little note, the way I talk about using essential oils in this video is true for doTERRA's oils only. That is the only brand I use. If you haven't already watched my basics video, then please do, because that's where I talk about the purity of doTERRA's oils compared to other brands, as well as the quality and even the ethics of essential oil production, which are all really, really important things to know about if you're going to be an informed consumer of essential oils. All right, so now all essential oils have some impact on emotions. Let me grab my book. Here it is. In this video, I'm hitting like the major ones, but if you want to learn more, I highly recommend, let me get the glare off, this book. You can find it on a simple internet search, where she talks about even kind of your most basic oils like oregano and like what might that do to your emotions. So this is a really, really cool book to have on hand. So let's get on to the good stuff, shall we? Now, there are 3 ways to use essential oils, and those are aromatic, topical, and internal use. And we're going to go through each one of those one by one. So let's just start with aromatic. This is anytime you smell the oils. You can just open a bottle and you are using them aromatically. Smell straight from the bottle. You could make a room spray. You could use a diffuser. There are so many ways that you could use them aromatically, but just remember, if you're getting the effects by smelling, that's an aromatic use. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, you might start with this first one that I have right here, Balance. Now this is a blend with all wood oils, so it's going to smell very grounding and really, really nice. If you're feeling overstimulated, Then you might try this adaptive. This has citrus oils and floral oils. Also really, really nice. If you're feeling really blah and you need to get some stuff done, you can use the oil Motivate. Oh gee, imagine that name. This is a mix of mint and herbs, and there's a little bit of citrus in there. If you're feeling down and you need some uplifting, Citrus Bliss is a great go-to. Now this one is a combination of citrus oils and a little vanilla. So it smells kind of like a creamsicle. If any citrus oil is a great one to go to for uplifting. So we also have wild orange, one of my favorites. If this is a little too strong for you, you can always use clementine or grapefruit or lime or any of those. Right. So if you're having some racing thoughts, something on your mind that's just keeping you up at night, then Serenity. I love how they made the blend names just really easy so you can remember. Now Serenity is a mix of lavender, grass, and vanilla. It's a little sweet, but also very, very calming, obviously. I like to mix this with a little rosemary, and it smells amazing in a diffuser at night. So now let's move on to the topical use of essential oils, and that's any time that you're putting oils on your body topically. When you're doing this, you really only want to use 1 or 2 drops. That's really all that it takes. And if you use a carrier oil, this is fractionated coconut oil, then that can make the oils work better and last longer. It's really, really convenient to make a roller bottle. This is a pre-made one, but you can buy these bottles separately, put a few drops of your favorite oil or blend in there, fill the rest up with fractionated coconut oil, and then this is really good for on the go. You can put it in your bag or in your pocket, keep it in your desk or your car, and then whenever you want to use it, either from the roller bottle or if you're just mixing it up in your hands, then you would put it maybe on the bottom of your feet. You might put it up your spine, behind your neck, on your pulse points, or I really like to put it on my wrists and then smell from my wrists. And then I'm also getting topical and aromatic use at the same time. So let's go on to some of our favorite oils for this. The one that I have here right now is really great for when you're feeling all over the place and you need to focus. It's called In Tune, the Focus Blend. And this is a blend of flowers and wood. The first oil that's in this recipe is patchouli. So some people have some strong opinions about that, but I really like it. It smells really nice. If you are having just a really big time where you're feeling grief for whatever reason, you use some Console. And again, this is another woods and flower oil, but this one starts with frankincense, so it smells kind of similar to In Tune, but completely different. If you are wanting to get centered, maybe you're getting ready to meditate or do some yoga or just sit and connect with yourself, Anchor is also a really great blend. It's lavender and cedar, so it's a lot of flower and wood and a little cinnamon in there, which I think the cinnamon just makes it smell really, really special and really different. It's actually one of my favorites. If you're a person who has hormonal cycle changes, if you're menstruating or if you ever have menstruated, sometimes those cycles can affect our mood. We have 2 options if the cycle times kind of throws you for a loop emotionally. So one is Whisper, and this says women's blend, but really it's for anybody. We don't check. I don't know how exactly to describe this oil. It's unlike any other, this blend. I will say it has cocoa and it has vanilla in it. And you can use Clary Calm, which has a lot of clary sage in it, which is also a really lovely smell. It comes in this roller bottle, so you can just roll it on your lower abdomen. It's really, really convenient. And a lot of the oils in here are supportive for the first half of your cycle. And so that's a really, really great time to be using this. All right, so let's talk about ingesting essential oils. But before I go on to the actual essential oils, let's talk about something else that we can ingest. Now remember, I was talking about nutrition really affects your energy levels and your mood. doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Kit pack supplements are absolutely top of the line. They are using the same quality controls here on their supplements and all of their products that they use on the essential oils. So you know with these that what they say is in these supplements is actually what's in that. That's not true for most supplements on the line. So people report that they do have changes to their mood, positive changes to their mood, that their body systems are more supported and working better, that they have more energy, their hair, their nails grow faster, they notice changes to their skin. And doTERRA actually gives you a 30-day money-back guarantee on this. This is the only thing that they have that they do that with. Now remember, I also said that gut health was important because that's where the serotonin is produced. doTERRA also has digestive enzymes and probiotics, which are just kind of first line of defense in making sure that your digestive health is good. And when you combine those with these, you get extra discounts. So definitely check those out. You will notice a difference really quickly. All right, so now let's talk about using essential oils internally. This is anytime you ingest the oils. So you can put some oils in your water and sip on it throughout the day. You can put some in a capsule because not all of the oils taste very good. Or you can just put a couple drops right underneath your tongue and swallow it down there and just deal with the taste for a few minutes. I'm going to show you a quick trick. The way you know that it is an oil that you can ingest is by looking for this supplement facts box. You can see right there. This is wild orange. We know that if you ate all of an orange, you would be totally safe with that. So it totally makes sense that the essential oil would be able to be ingested. But I'm going to show you a doTERRA oil that cannot be ingested, and that's Balance. Okay, so see here, there's no, that supplement facts box is not on this bottle anywhere. Now, it doesn't mean that Balance oil is lower quality than wild orange. It just means that wild orange is a fruit and Balance oil is full of wood oils and you can't eat wood. All right, so it's really simple to see when you can use an oil internally versus when you can't. So let's go on and talk about some of the oils that you might use internally. Now, if you are having feelings of sadness, even people who have feelings of sadness pretty often, these two oils are an absolute game changer. Frankincense is really amazing for that, and copaiba. I like them together. They're actually really good for your whole body, and it can be a great combination to be taking every single day. Another oil that's really supportive for your body's production and balance and processing of cortisol is rosemary. Again, rosemary is probably one you won't sip all day because it tastes very strongly like rosemary. But if you're making a capsule and already putting these two, the frankincense and copaiba in there, then you can just put the rosemary capsule in there too. So if you're looking for more uplifting, lemon is also a really great option. And this is one that you could put in your water and sip on throughout the day. Remember to use a glass or stainless steel container for citrus, well, for any oils, but especially for citrus oils. And if lemon isn't really your favorite, then you can use grapefruit, you could use wild orange. There's lots of options out there now. We have tangerine and we have clementine. We have just all kinds of really yummy citrus oils. Okay, and I wanted to just, before I wrap up, mention that there are a couple of oils that doTERRA made little soft gels for. They took Adaptive's recipe. You can see, even though this is a shiny label I'm showing you, it does not have that supplement labels on it. So I can't take this internally, but they adapted the recipe and made an internal version already packed in a little soft gel for you. So that could be a really great, easy option. They did the same thing with Serenity, which is also another blend that you can't use internally. Oops, that's upside down. And then they did the same with copaiba, which you can take internally, but they knew people would take it internally so much they wanted to make it really, really easy. I personally just get this and put a drop under my tongue and deal with the taste. It's not really horrible. I want to show you another great resource because remember I said all the oils will affect you in some way. And there's that book that's going to give you some more information if you decide to get that. But I made a PDF with just some basics here. So I'm going to flip over to this graphic to show you what I'm talking about. So you see we have the emotional aromatherapy wheel, and this goes with the emotional aromatherapy collection. We've talked about a couple of the oils from that, but what I want you to really look at right now is the wheel itself. So that outer circle you see is divided into 6 segments, and they're named by plant type: citrus, spices, herbs and grasses, trees, florals, and mints. And each of those segments is divided into another 3, and in there are emotions. So the way that you can use this is if you already have a collection of doTERRA oils and you're in a bind and you're like, oh my gosh, I am feeling so bored. What do I have to take care of this? You can see that bored falls under spices, and maybe you have clove already, and you can see what that does for you. So I put this in a PDF for you, and I also put in that PDF a couple of other blends that we didn't get a chance to talk about that you can make your own, like rosemary and mint and what that would do for you and things like that. So make sure you grab the PDF so that you can be using the information from this video and your essential oils more effectively. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you're already saving 25% off of your doTERRA oils with a membership, just log on to your account and get what you want from this video. Be sure to check out the Loyalty Rewards program if you haven't already looked at that. That's a great way to get more product points, so you're saving more money and lots of free stuff. And that's on top of the 25% that you already have. Remember, that's an optional program. You can join it 1 month and cancel the next month. You can start it and stop it whenever you want. If you don't have any doTERRA oils, then remember that the best way to know how these oils work for you is to get experience with them. So let's get you some experience. Be sure to reach out to me or to the person who shared this video with you so that you can get started with exploring what works best for you.